This is your Barbados Today morning news update for Tuesday, August 13th, 2019. Thanks for joining us. I'm Carol Williams. First, it was bus drivers. Now, taxi operators are seeking a fare increase. Their call comes 4 months after bus fares went up 75% to $3.50. Chairman of the Alliance Owners of Public Transport, Royal Raphael, tells Barbados Today they'll soon be approaching government.
The percentage increase basically based on the distance, and whereas I would not want to give publicly what we're looking at yet, right? Because the proposal is still supposed to be looked at the party relevant authorities. But I could give the assurance to the public that we will be asking for an increase very, very soon.
Bad move. Government is being slammed for its recent renaming of the Spring Garden Highway. The 1-mile highway where crop over celebrations culminate was renamed at the end of June in honor of 7-time Road March King MacDonald Blenman, the mighty Griner. The decision received widespread support, but a representative of the opposition People's Party for Democratic Development isn't happy. Spokesman on Culture and the Creative Economy, Alan Springer, makes clear that he isn't against honoring the mighty Griner, but he's insisting that the name of the highway shouldn't have been changed.
The well-recognized Spring Gardens brand has disappeared. Like Rihanna, the mighty Griner is deserving of a national anthem. Actually, I don't think we will argue about that. But to rebrand a piece of cultural iconography that is known internationally and recognized globally shows that someone somewhere lacks brand awareness. Spring Gardens is a well-recognized world brand. We no longer have it. Now it seems to me that events such as these appear merely as carefully contrived, strategic PR exercises aimed at numbing the effects of the birth austerity program. We have to stop eroding our cultural legacy.
The National Cultural Foundation, NCF, is brushing aside criticisms about the timing of its approach to the visual arts community for inclusion in CARIFESTA. A more than 60-member delegation will represent Barbados at the Trinidad event. The NCF's Chief Cultural Officer, Andrea Wells, denies that the community was approached last minute.
We know that there has been quite a bit of concern in certain fora about the relatively, or what apparently late approach to the community, in particular the visual arts community, for their inclusion in CARIFESTA. The NCF actually started reaching out to the visual arts community from as early as February, where the curator of the Queen's Park Gallery would have circulated the theme for the CARIFESTA broadly and invited artists who were interested in creating work on that theme to indicate their interest in being part of an exhibition. Response was less than ideal, so we again included the theme, incorporated it in our call for submission for the Crop Over exhibition, with the hope that artists again would be considering it as they're working towards that timeline. However, in June 7th, we received notice from the organizers, the CARIFESTA Secretariat in Trinidad, that their approach for the visual arts this year was going to depart from the norm. The norm in CARIFESTA is individual countries, once they register, would present their own national exhibition, and if there's a regional exhibition, that is additional.
Barbados' delegation to the August 16th to 25th event comprises fledgling and established performers. The youngest ever Barbadian artist to be part of the delegation is 11-year-old Tahira Gibbons, an actress and dancer who has distinguished herself at NIFCA.
The process has been long, it has been tough, has been a lot of long hours, a lot of emotions has gone into this process, but I know that it will turn out well. It will be a fantastic show. I have met a lot of new people, and I'm just really excited to go to Trinidad because it's going to be my first time in Trinidad, and just really, really excited. So I can't wait for everyone to see how this is going to turn out.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
In Trinidad, Government Senator Gavin Simonet resigned yesterday, hours after he was scrapped as Marlene MacDonald's replacement in cabinet. He said he'd also declined his appointment as the new Minister of Public Administration because it wouldn't have been appropriate. More from CNC3 News.
If all had gone according to plan, Gavin Simonet would have been appointed Public Administration Minister at 2 p.m. on Monday. But mere minutes before being sworn in, an announcement from the Office of the Prime Minister that Dr. Keith Rowley will now take over the portfolio instead. The statement said new information had come to light about Simonet, though no specifics were given. Simonet, an attorney-at-law, was chosen to replace corruption-accused Marlene MacDonald, who now faces money laundering and fraud charges. But was a driving under the influence charge 5 years ago in Florida the determining factor for renouncing his appointment? And if so, did the government drop the ball in exercising due diligence when screening him as a prospective minister? These were among the questions we were hoping to pose to Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley. However, all calls and messages via WhatsApp were unsuccessful. According to information from the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, Simonet was charged in 2014 for a DUI and appeared in court 1 month later. An image of what appears to be a mugshot accompanies the details of Simonet's booking. In September 2018, he was appointed a temporary government senator.
And internationally, the sex trafficking investigation involving disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein will continue. The announcement was made yesterday by U.S. Attorney General William Barr, who criticized serious irregularities at the federal prison, where the financier died in an apparent suicide. More from Reuters TV.
The apparent suicide of disgraced money manager Jeffrey Epstein has prompted investigations and widespread indignation among lawmakers, lawyers, and Epstein's alleged victims. On Monday, U.S. Attorney General William Barr expressed his outrage that such a prominent prisoner would be able to take his own life while in federal custody.
I was appalled, and indeed the whole department was, and frankly, angry to learn of the MCC's failure to adequately secure this prisoner. We are now learning of serious irregularities at this facility that are deeply concerning and demand a thorough investigation.
The FBI and Department of Justice Inspector General are investigating. Citing a city official, New York Times reported on Sunday that New York City's chief medical examiner is confident Epstein died by hanging himself, but is awaiting more information before releasing her determination. That will do little to stem the flood of baseless conspiracy theories surrounding his death, most prominently shared by the President of the United States. Donald Trump on Saturday retweeted a conservative commentator who said in part that Epstein, quote, had information on Bill Clinton and now he's dead.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. And sign up for breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM. I'm Carol Williams. Have a good day.